Hello and welcome to Warhammer Wednesday. This week's video will be my unboxing and initial impressions of issues 33 and 34 of the Warhammer 40,000 Legends collection. It's a monthly subscription service that's available to the UK, South Africa and Australia. Unfortunately, you can't get it in the rest of Europe or North America or Canada. It really sucks. At least this way you get to see the issues and what they are. So here it is in this package. No knife needed, but I do have one on standby. These are the two issues, Astra Militarum and Ahriman Exile. Issue 33 and issue 34. We'll just remove the sleeves and then we'll have a look at them. So here we are, Ahriman Exile. I haven't heard of either of these two books actually, but this one's by John French, and it says here, spurned by his former brothers and his father Magnus the Red, Ahriman is a wanderer, a sorcerer of Tzeentch whose actions condemned an entire legion to an eternity of damnation. Once a vaunted servant of the Thousand Sons, he is now an outcast, a renegade who resides in the Eye of Terror. Ever scheming, he plots his return to power and the destruction of his enemies as an architect of fate and master of the warp. There you go. This book will set you back, well, it'll set you back a lot of empty pages for one, but in page numbers 293, so not that many pages, but there we go. And it's first published, because I know this is important as well, in, well, it says 2013. So it's only a four-year-old book or so. So there you go. There's a bit of artwork from the front cover by Fares Mace, or Fares Mies. You got the timeline. Ahriman Exile takes place in Millennium 33 and a little bit. So not Horus Heresy and not 40K. A little bit about Tzeentch. Some more artwork. Ahriman's Helmet by John Michaelbach, or Michael Bark. Nice sketch there by Jez Goodwin. Lovely. I'm a big fan of the sketches. I think they should have at least one sketch in all of these books. Some John Blanche, double page spread there, John Blanche, some Flamers of Tzeentch, and Inquisition. Quite an odd little Inquisition dude, but he's got some, like a volcano coming out. Someone should really tell him about that. His robes will probably catch on fire. Maybe they're candles, but Warp Talon by Nuala Kinraid, and Demons by Alex Boyd. Tzeentch Sorcerer by Des Hanley, and Thousand Sons by David Gallagher. Chaos Demon, John Blanche, another Chaos Sorcerer by David Gallagher. So yeah, quite a lot of artwork there. Yeah, really nice, fair bit of artwork in that one. So that's Ahriman Exile, 4 years old, I think, roughly. And then this issue, Astra Militarum. The prefix for this is, for 10,000 years, the massed armies of the Astra Militarum have defended the Imperium from the multitudinous horrors that seek to overwhelm it. With guns and tanks, determination and courage, these human soldiers fight across 1,000 battle zones in a war that has no ending. This anthology showcases some of the most famous regiments of the Astra Militarum, along with their charismatic commanders, heroes such as Commissar Yarrick and Colonel Ironhand Strachan. So this book, Astra Militarum, was first published in 2015, so only 2 years old. So this is quite a recent book, Astra Militarum. Doesn't say who it's by, but then I think it's like a combination of a few books, because you've got Chains of Golgotha by David Annandale. Here we go, look, this is the contents. Evil Eye by David Annandale, Sarcophagus by David Annandale, Strachan, A Hero's Death by Toby Frost, Bloodlord by Braden Campbell, Last Step Backwards by Justin D. Hill, Lost Hope by Justin D. Hill, and The Battle of Tyrock Fields by Justin D. Hill. So you've got short stories by 4 authors there. The page count, it will set you back, again, another 300-page book, 326 pages. And there's the front cover. I think they use that on the codex as well. Really nice bit of artwork there by Raymond Swanland. You've got a timeline, yep, so it's in the 41st millennium. You've got a bit about the chains of command. Some more artwork by Lord General Creed, Alex Boyd, and John Blanche, bit of artwork, a commissar with not only a chain sword but a chain dagger, I want to call that, or a chain knife. Incredible. Colonel Strachan, there he is, with his bionic limb. An Orc Truck by Clint Langley. I'm guessing there's orcs in this novel now. Commissar Yarrick versus Gaskell Mag Uruk Thraka by John Blanche. That's a classic bit of artwork. I sort of want to say that's Gaskell, but interesting little beast there with some hair, punk-like, you know, and look at Yarrick's claw. You know, I mean, he did take it off of Gaskell, didn't he, I think? And this rhino looks pretty big, even though it's a small rhino. I mean, look at the size of those guns. I mean, quite clearly they look like heavy bolters. It says Hell's Reach there. And then there's some potato masher grenades being hurled. Incredible. And that's an odd looking sort of thruster pack. Lovely bit of artwork. And then another one of Gaskell by Jose Daniel Cabrera Pina, or Penna. I think it's Pina. Catachan Jungle Fighters by Clint Langley. This looks interesting because this looks like it's got superimposed sort of real human faces. Well, you know what I mean, but you know, like, you know, pictures of people, and they've just overlaid them on Imperial Guard. Interesting bit of artwork, that. I don't know if it works because their faces are quite light, aren't they? But there you go. City of Chaos by Paul Dainton. That's an incredible bit of artwork, just shows you the superstructures in the 41st millennium. And then that's it, so not that much artwork there. I'll probably say you get more in the Iron Man book, but there you go. I don't know about any of these 2 books, other than obviously they're about 300 pages. That one was 2 years ago, and Iron Man was 4 years ago. So they are the 2 issues for this month, issue 33 and issue 34. I nearly forgot before I continue. Number wise, they're for the spines, they're 21 and 43. So you're getting a nice picture now of Chaos and Thousand Suns in your collection. And that looks like the Astra Militarum, that looks like part of a commissar sort of sword. They are the 2 issues this month. Just as a recap, I will be showing you the whole collection again, but it won't be until February. So we've got 2 more months, and then I'll show you the whole collection again. And it's just something that I like to do every sort of 6 months or so, just to show you how far we're getting to our kind of 80 issues. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.